right, Ian, what is this?
1981 C3 Corvette.
Yeah.
454 big block, Tremec TK 600, cast iron Eaton swap with a 410 gear, 2-inch primaries to open 4-inch side pipes, box steel upper lower control arms, monoleaf leaf springs front and rear, offset trailing arms, chromoly half shaft, 3-inch drive shaft, 4-core radiator. That's about my part list.
Yeah, we'll open it on up. We want to see what this thing looks like.
Cutest little air intake I can fit, and it still rubs the hood.
Homemade 454 Vet.
Gen 6 crate engine.
It fits, folks. It is a 4-row radiator. Look how fat that thing is. Tank. That's... Now, the thing is, he's saying that it's, what, 8.5 to 1 compression?
8.75 to 1.
So it's low compression, and he runs 87 octane in this thing, and he just drives it that way, and it doesn't seem to really ping.
Yeah, the motor's rated for 438 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque.
So it's not slouchy, even though it's, you know, it's essentially a truck engine. But it's in a Vet with a stick and, you know, 410s out back.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know, we could take a ride in this thing, and it'd be really, really fun.
Of course.
It was dope. Hold that and show off your interior with it.
Bare bones, not much in here. Oh, interior rattles and shakes.
500 RPM.
It's just slightly sketch, just slightly.
You can hear, when you're standing out here, you can hear the other bank echoing off that car over there.
Beautiful.
I'm sure,
open side pipes.
I'm sure you'll hear us going. I'm sure you'll hear us going down the road. Listen for us when we come back on the stretch.
Oh, I heard him like a mile away.
Well, when we go on the stretch where we keep running the cars out, listen for it then.
You're gonna have to tell me where you want me to go.
Going that way.
Interior and no insulation.
I mean, yeah, we don't have a door panel over here. Who needs door panels? It's like the king of the mountain Corvette.
All fun, no games.
So this road's really nice for cruising and just feeling out the car. The home stretches at the end, that's when you can just nail it, but keep your eyes peeled for deer.
Yeah. The nice thing is most of the time they hear me and they either freeze or turn
a test drive a car.
If the tires weren't 7+ years old, it'd probably be even better.
I smell the rubber already.
Yeah. Because it's not a lot of pedal and they'll lock up.
I'll tell you what, the seatbelts work like they're supposed to. The pendulum swung forward and held me in place.
Yeah. But these from the factory had 4-piston brake calipers in all 4 corners. So as long as you have a good set of tires and you actually have the system bled, it stops.
I like that.
Manufacturers that I was looking up briefly that helps stabilize the trailing arms.
All right, as Chris liked to say in the last video, you're gonna give it the beans?
Give her the beans!
Right about where that car is, where your turn is. I want that so bad. I want that so bad, and those of you that know the red Camaro that I have, that is basically what I'm trying to accomplish, is something very similar to what this car is. Very similar.
I did this the right way. I used someone else's money. He got into a small accident. That's why the whole nose cone's messed up. So I got it dirt cheap.
The cars that just make you giggle.
It's a smile of fun that I beat on daily. And with 87 octane, it doesn't matter. I can drive it everywhere.
I'm gonna ask Zach what it sounds like. He's shaking his head. So, Zach, what does it sound like coming up the road?
It sounded like I was at Williams Grove.
Williams Grove Speedway. Sprint car.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
I should have had you up here with the camera just recording the sound. Damn. Well, if you take him out,
yeah, we can do that again.
I'll have to use my cell phone. No, this will work just fine. All right.
You will hear it.
All right. So yeah, that's the little bit of damage he was talking about, which I say it doesn't matter. It fits the car. The car is...
Yeah, the whole front nose cone's popped off the adhesive. That's why the nose cone's above the hood.
What happened? You said it blew a tire and it hit a wall?
Yeah, the previous owner wasn't paying attention to tire pressures after a nice long winter, and these alloys never hold tire pressure. Was whipping on an on-ramp in Harrisburg, blew a tire, spun out, whacked the nose cone on an underpass.
Well, it could have been a lot worse.
Scared the hell out of them, so I bought it dirt cheap.
Damn.
Now it's my toy.
That was fun. That's your turn. Dude, you got deer everywhere out back here. No sooner than I told him, I said, watch out, there's gonna be deer back here. Here comes one running out in front of us.
Oh, we saw 3.
Yeah.
It's archery season. They're moving around.
Yeah, but
Because these are the
he's
snake
like, you need to
game
watch
lands
out
right
for
here.
them. I'm like, you watch, they will run away. Anytime I crested a hill and they're there, they see it, hear it, run.
So there you have it. There's a homemade 454 Corvette with, you know, 6-speed, 410s in the back. 5-speed?
5-speed, not 6.
What's the difference? Anyway, it's fun. It's yeah, I can only count to 4. But there you have it. And you know, you could build this too if you wanted to. Anybody could.
Yeah.
Zach couldn't because
And you could do it significantly cheaper if you find yourself a cheap big block that's in someone's garage. It's nothing that's special.
yeah, but you got to pry it out of their hands for a reasonable price these days. Big block, that's like $2,000 for a buildable core.
Yeah, you need someone that's either going through a divorce or moving and can't take it with them.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. But I
The
say
5-speed is expensive for what it is, but you could always swap it out for a 700 R4, do something else for that. The rear end, you can do that
no automatic.
significantly cheaper. I had so many problems through Van Steel. It was an absolute nightmare. Half the stuff I had to send back because it wasn't assembled properly. Half the mounts weren't lined up properly. I had to drill and weld new stuff. That's just a pain. I would have rather gone for a Winter's quick change center section and just made my own mounts, and I would have saved money. And don't let them lie to you. They don't sell you it with the Batwing. It's not fully complete. It's all a lie.
What company is that?
Van Steel, Florida. They sell Corvette parts.
You hear that?
They got used to me calling.
All right,
Oh.
so that's gonna wrap this up. Just do one final walk around. It's a cool machine. I love how it's rough around the edges. It doesn't care. This thing just says America.